Hi everybody, it's Carrie. Hello, welcome to my channel if you're new here. Welcome back if you've been here before. Today guys, this video is... Hold on guys. Sorry guys, my nose is still stuffy. Today guys is not going to be a good video. So guys, I tried to vlog this video 4 times and I keep messing up my words. I'm stumbling, guys, but it needs to be said. So guys, my uncle passed away and my family did not even tell me for 8 years. And guys, that sounds ironic. Now, I still get like messages and all from people commenting on my old videos. And on a video a few months back before I got Miss Tablet, someone commented that they like me changing, clothes and showing you guys different clothes and all. I do that to try and help women with shopping issues like myself. Anyway, said that they liked my videos and asked when I would be doing another one of those. And I said, well, I did a few more recently, but I don't know when I'm going to be able to get to doing it again because my uncle had passed away. Now, guys, like I said, my uncle, go back to the beginning of Uncle Joe. Now, I keep explaining this because I did this video 5 times. This is the 5th time I had to record for this video, and I'm just so tired of it. Anyway, guys, we have 3 Uncle Joes in the family. One is my dad's brother, who is still alive, 90 years old, lives in Texas. The other one would have been 98 this year, but he passed away, my aunt's husband. And then we have my uncle's wife, so my aunt's brother-in-law, who we also called Uncle Joe, Joe Kahana. He was from Hawaii. He was Hawaiian. So anyway, guys, we have 3 Uncle Joes in this family. So we think very, very confusing. 2 of them went to be with God, and the last one's still here. But anyway, so guys, Uncle Joe, guys, most of my uncles were like my favorite people on this earth. It's hard. If you look at my dad's side of the family, I will fight anybody who says that my uncle was not a great man. Like, you cannot talk trash about my uncles with me around. All of my uncles on my father's side are gone to heaven except for one. So, guys, anyway, my uncle grew up with my father almost, because he married my aunt when she was very young, when they were very young children. Not children, like teenage, like 20, 25 or so. So my dad grew up with him like a big brother to him. So my father's not doing good right now, guys. I know the house is planning to go and things of that nature because of this, guys. I'm not in my right head. If you guys don't know, you know my channel, I have lost an uncle and aunt. Now this now makes 2 uncles and aunt. If you count this loss fresh that I have lost in the last 3.5 months, I'm dead serious. My mom's friend from when I was growing up used to call Auntie Kim. Aunt Kim died back in October. Uncle Danny, who is my mom's brother, died back in November of cancer. And now Uncle Joe went. Sorry, my nose is still stuffy. This is kind of I can't believe this is happening. Anyway, guys, I want to say a special thank you to Derek, my brother, who actually did the research when I asked him to find out if he was still with us or not. And he's not. But anyway, guys, if you guys don't know, I was born 1 pound, 12 ounce. Yes, you guys heard that right. At 25 weeks early. 25 weeks of pregnancy, of gestation. You guys heard that right. 25 weeks I was born at. So I was given a small window of 12 hours to live. I was on a ventilator. I was on a feeding tube. I was on a breathing tube. You guys know my channel. That's what's wrong with my eye. But anyway, guys, this story's about Uncle Joe. He came by the hospital as soon as my father called him, like, hey, Joe, you need to come see baby because she's not going to make it. Like I said, my name was originally supposed to be Constance, and it was changed to Gina. So it kind of confused people which one my name was going to be. And so it kind of, like, confused. Because my name didn't become Gina Ann until, like, literally a few years before I was born, and it changed to Carrie Ann after I was born. So my name kept changing. So my uncle came, my uncle was staying there, guys. I don't know if you guys know, but back in the day, I was considered like a special baby because I said I was on breathing tubes. I had a shield over my eyes because I had an eye injury. But I think that very well may have been for everybody, but I have disability in both eyes. So I had an eye injury. I have nystagmus, in case you guys are wondering. But anyway, Uncle Joe came over and said, she's a really beautiful little girl. You know that? And my dad was like, well, thank you, Joe, but I think she's gorgeous because my daughter. And both my Uncle Joes actually said that, 2 out of 3. I think the other Uncle Joe was very, very sick at the end at that point. So anyway, Uncle Ralph came. Both my Uncle Ralphs came. So anyway, fast forward years later, Eric, Derek, whatever you want to call my brother, I don't give out his real name here, was sick. He took a seizure from a needle. And he had a reaction. Well, for the grace of God, Uncle Joe called the house. Now, guys, this house we're living in now is my grandmother's house. But we had a house from my grandfather on my maternal side. This is my paternal grandmother's house. My step-grandfather's house. Anyway, so he called that house looking for my father for the grace of God. I think it was God that made Uncle Joe call. And my mom said, Joe, he's at Connie's house. He's at the other house. But there's something wrong with baby Derek. He said, what is it, Shelly? My mother's name. Tell me. My mom told him. He said, no, we can't wait for him to come home. He got my brother, rushed him off to the emergency room, guys. He's partially the reason why my brother's alive today. Now, guys, in my case, you guys know that the seizures were a lot more significant for me. I had them all the way up. And there are still periods of time where I think I'm having seizures at times, guys. When I do still have disabilities for mine are a lifelong issue versus my brother who was a one and done, thank God. Mine's a lifelong issue. But I also took seizures because I'm a diabetic, so we did not know about. Anyway, guys, I took a seizure April 1990. So I was 2, so 1995. A seizure that was fatal. Now, Carrie Ann, how could it be fatal if you're in front of us today? How are you alive? You a ghost? No, guys. My mother knew how to take care of a child with seizures because of what Uncle Joe went through with Eric. Taught my parents. So, guys, that knowledge was used to save my life. My mother drove me to the emergency room. Didn't wait for ambulance. Drove me there. My heart had stopped. And the doctor resuscitated me. Even when the other doctor said that I wasn't going to make it, or I'd have brain damage, she said, I don't care. I have to save this 3-year-old little girl's life. Guys, from that, I slipped into a coma. They were trying to resuscitate my heart. I slipped into a coma where I died 2 more times and had to be resuscitated. Anyway, guys, at that window, Uncle Joe came to visit me at the hospital. Guys, are going to make me cry. Uncle Joe came to visit me at the hospital, and he'd come and just to check up on me and all that. And I think he was allowed to see me then. No, so guys, it's a very emotional thing. Uncle Joe was allowed to see me when my parents were not. This is a story for another day, but my parents were being looked at as the person who did this to me, which, no, they didn't. So Uncle Joe was able to come visit me, and he came to visit the hospital and all that, and things like that. Like, Uncle Joe was always there, guys. When I was 5, I used to go visit Uncle Joe and Aunt Gloria at their house and all. They gave me a little Pez Spencer, which I wish I still had, but I lost in the fire. That was lamb chop. But you guys know I love lamb chop. And I'm going to get a little more emotional on this one than in the other versions of the story. But, anyway, guys, so I went to their houses, hang out with my cousins and all. My cousins are older than me, I should say that. My uncle's in his 90s because I'm on my father's second marriage. Anyway, guys, my brother never came to any of my events. I have an older brother, youngest 3. So whoop, whoop, whoop. I think youngest of 4. That's 4 kids total. But my sister was never around. My brother tried to be for a while. I'm my oldest brother. So anyway, guys, being youngest of 3 wasn't easy for me. But that's a story for another day. I went from youngest of 2 to an only child to youngest of 2 to being the youngest of 3. Like, how I did that. So, guys, guys, this one's a little bit emotional. Anyway, Uncle Joe was there for every big event. He was getting older. His hair was starting to gray and all. So, guys, so he goes visit him at family events and all that stuff. So, November 2nd, 2009 is the day that changed my life for the rest of my life. My mother died. Now, guys, when I was 17 years old, if you do the math, my uncle came I called my uncle. And by the way, guys, Aunt Gloria, I'm just kidding, guys. Aunt Gloria passed away. And my favorite uncle, like one of my favorite men literally on this earth next to Daddy, died when I was 10 years old from cancer. I knew it, guys. I felt it in his heart. I literally felt it when I hugged Uncle Ralph. I knew he had cancer. And with Uncle Ralph's funeral, Uncle Joe was there. And as I was sad, now, guys, my Uncle Joe from Texas was not able to come. But Uncle Joe was there, and he hugged me and said, honey, it's okay. I'm holding my baby-born Samantha doll on my arm. And he said, honey, it's okay, because though Uncle Ralph went to heaven, I am still here for you. Like, I still love you, and I'm still here for you. You guys have stayed with me, and a year later, And Aunt Gloria was there too, but Aunt Gloria and Uncle Joe were starting divorce at that point. Aunt Gloria passed away. Once again, Uncle Joe showed up. Naturally, it's the mother of his children and the mother of his grandmother of his grandchildren, so he showed up. And let me know then, too, that he is still there for us, no matter how old we get. He's still there for us. So, guys, it's the thing. Like I said, November 2nd, 2009, changed my life for the rest of my life. My mother died of heart failure again. My mother was also one that would die and had to resuscitate her. She died and had to resuscitate her, but this time they didn't even try. I called Uncle Joe, crying my eyes out, like 3 o'clock in the morning, and he came to the funeral and was there, and I sound a little bit, how emotional story. Anyway, guys, Uncle Thomas was there, who you guys may have heard of as my mother's brother. I can still remember hugging Uncle Thomas and just crying my heart out, him saying, "It's okay, honey, it's okay. Mom may have went to heaven, but Uncle Thomas is here for you still." So that, guys, made me feel really loved, like my uncle was still here. I kind of felt bad there, guys, because Uncle Joe was the main person sometimes about came in. Like, there was rumors around that, oh my gosh, Uncle, insert my dad's name's brother's here. And I was like, he's 90, he lives in Texas, like he's 80. How is, sorry guys, my clock. Hold on. Sorry guys, when I film with the clock, you can hear like over me. It's funny. Anyway, guys, there was like a story going around that Uncle, insert my dad's name is here. And how can that be? Like, brother's here. Like, insert my dad's name, brother's here. Like, well, how can that be? Like, he lives way out in Texas. Like, he even told me he couldn't make it to the funeral because of issues and all. My cousin had this condition called myasthenia gravis, by the way. Who lives with my uncle out. Who used to live with my uncle out in Texas. So my cousin Raymond has what they call myasthenia gravis. But anyway, back to the story. We believe he does. Anyway, guys, and there was rumors going on like, hey, Joe is here. You know, instead of seeing his brother, like, he's here, he's here. And someone was like, well, that can't be. Well, guys, as I came in, I recognized that I'm visually impaired, if you guys don't know, by the way. Like I said, I have an eye injury, so I'm visually impaired in both eyes, but mainly in my left. I seen a figure from the distance that I recognized immediately as Uncle Joe. I know that was me. And I went, Uncle Joe, and Uncle Thomas had just got me calmed down from my hysteria. I mean, me like screaming and like crying and like ready to be throwing a fit at my mother's funeral. I mean, hello guys, I was 17 years old, my mother had died. Of course I'm throwing a fit. I'm a child. I lost my mother. Of course I'm throwing a fit. Anyway, as I'm sitting here crying, I look up, and there is Uncle Joe walking towards me. And I can see he can tell I'm crying really hard, which broke my heart more. I didn't mean to run from Uncle Thomas to Uncle Joe. And I said my favorite uncles here, which Uncle Joe is one of my favorite uncles. Which he was like one of my favorite, like I said, one of my favorite men in the whole wide world. And I ran over and hugged him. And I remember him saying, it's okay, Carrie. It's okay, Uncle Joe is here. And I'll always be here for you, even in death, honey. Even when I said, Uncle Joe, I don't want to think of when this is your time. I don't want to think when this is your time and you're not coughing. He said, honey, even then, I'll still love you. Like, you're still my niece. Look at you. You're almost a grown woman. I hate it because that's what Uncle Thomas also said, too, because it can pretty big a point. Anyway, guys, the last time I seen Uncle Joe, he came by. I think I made his little stubby. It's a very emotional story. Anyway, guys, he came by a few more times before he went to a nursing home. And this is why I'm very angry at my cousins. Anyway, guys, Uncle Joe came in to check up on me to see how I was doing a few times. And before the fire, of course. Guys don't know, he came to check up on me and congratulate me. He gave me a graduation present. He gave me like $5 in a card. But I was happy that Uncle Joe remembered. And I said, Uncle Joe, and I had the envelope in my hand. This is going to make me cry. I had the envelope in my hand of an acceptance letter I got. No, it was not a big deal from Philadelphia Community College. But I was accepted to college, guys. I was going to be a teacher for young special needs children, and that's what I wanted to do. And Uncle Joe was like, "What's so good?" He was so proud of me. But he was like, community college, like, you sure that's where you want to go? Like, you have so much potential. I was like, yeah. But guys, I think that was order the last time I saw Uncle Joe. I think it was one more time I saw Uncle Joe after that. But anyway, guys, they came up to the fire to inspect the house and how bad it was and all. But after that, my cousin put him in a nursing home. Uncle Joe was an older man, so if Uncle Joe was alive today, he'd be 98 years old next month. Anyway, guys, my cousin came by the house. Like, hey, you keep this house terrible. You should have waited great to get the house. Blah, blah. I think Joe's had a house fire, guys. And that's why my favorite uncle was put in a nursing home. My mother's side of the family said that they were horrible to him. I was like, this is how we treat good uncles in this family? Then I don't want to be a good aunt. This is how I don't want to be treated. But I'm actually a good aunt. Anyway, guys, my uncle was put in a nursing home, and he passed away during his sleep in March 2014. So my uncle's been on 8 years. Guys, he didn't die from Guys, he didn't die from cancer, which is the most beautiful thing to me. If you guys didn't know, he died of natural causes. My uncle, who just died a few months ago, died from cancer. My uncle Ralph died from cancer. We had a family. My cousin's former husband, we used to call him Uncle Carl. He's like so much older. He was my father's age. So I'm like, well, we really don't want you guys calling him Carl because that's disrespectful. So he's called Uncle Carl. Guys, Uncle Carl also died from cancer. Everybody's dying from cancer around me. So it's just very common on both sides of my family. My grandpa died of cancer. My other grandpa died of heart failure. So I haven't had, he had a heart attack that led into heart failure. So no one else I knew died from natural causes of old age. But guys, Uncle Joe did. That was made me happy in the end that he didn't die from some horrible disease. He just, went to sleep and didn't wake up. Anyway, guys, my family had his funeral, and they did not invite me. They didn't even tell me about it, guys. I just found the other day that he died. They didn't even tell me. So, I was researching. I'm wondering about him because I want to get his mailing address. And my cousin, who is his son, moved to North Carolina or South Carolina or something like that, and was like, Brian, I can come move and look, not one thing, hey, my dad's going and this is why we're moving. No, he just up and moved, didn't even tell us. They had his funeral and all and didn't even tell me, guys. I couldn't even go say goodbye to my uncle, and I don't even know where he's buried or if he's buried, if he was cremated, guys. So just let me get this off my chest because this is a terrible, terrible thing. I'm also just saying, guys, though I didn't know my uncle had passed away. If you guys have ever had this experience in your life, please let me know so I'm not the only one. But comment, like, share, subscribe, and tell me down below if it happened to you guys. Remember, guys, to smash that big red subscribe button to hit the bell notification every time I upload it afterwards. And guys, give this video a big thumbs up. And please note down this video, guys. This video is not the video to down on. Sorry, guys, it's supposed to be a doll content day, but guys, honestly, I have so much videos already pre-filmed that I don't feel like filming right now for obvious reasons. But I have a few videos filmed that I could show. When's my next video? For you. I love you all. Bye, guys.